Hey guys, it's Francisca and welcome to this special guidance video reading. So this is a special guidance video reading because I am using my Oracle deck for this reading. I don't normally use Oracle in these guidance reading videos just because of the deal that I made with my Oracle decks when I first got them. So the deal that I made with the Oracle decks that I have is that I would read directly from the guidebook and then use my own interpretation and my own intuition when it came to my readings. For reading with clients, I would leave it open to their interpretation and their intuition to see how their reading resonated for them. With tarot, it's completely different. So you're always open to your own interpretation with any reading, but with tarot, I really use my intuition. I really interpret and kind of feel into what the tarot reading is saying. So in today's video, I am busting out all of my Oracle decks. And so I have 4 Oracle decks, and I'm gonna take a card from each of the decks, and that can be your reading. So in this guidance reading, I'm going to be using the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. This is really good for like spiritual stuff, light worker stuff, but just any general questions that you might have. And then the second deck that I'll be pulling from is the Sacred Creators Oracle deck, which is by Chris Ann. This is really great for like creativity stuff, also great for career and work stuff. And then I'm going to also be pulling from the Angel Guide deck by Kyle Gray. Really great angel messages here. And then the last deck I'll be pulling from is the Lucy Cavendish Foxfire Kitsune. This is actually my first Oracle deck that I purchased. So you can use this reading in various ways. Like if you have a specific question that you want to ask, you can hold that question in your heart, in your mind, and then kind of just listen for the answer. You can choose a reading from, like, let's say one of these decks is calling to you. So you could, like hone in on that one and let that be your reading. Or you can use this in different areas of your life. You can use one for like general spiritual guidance, career, or creativity guidance, an angel message about your home, about your finances, whatever. And then you can use like the last one for like love, I guess. I don't know. It's whatever you feel called to. One of the greatest things about following your intuition is just asking a question and then being open enough to allow and receive the answer. So I will be reading from the guidebook. As I said earlier, that's my deal with these cards. I'll read from the guidebook, but I'll kind of shuffle them around, and I'll leave timestamps in the description box below with each of these decks so that you can click on it if you want to skip to a different reading. So if you're ready to get started, I am. We're going to start with the Work Your Light, and I'm just going to kind of shuffle these around as I normally do. Kind of stop somewhere where I feel like, okay, so I think, okay, any messages I need to receive? I'm gonna stop here. Warrior Woman, I love this. I've been pulling this one lately, or clients have been pulling this card lately. It says, have you answered your deepest calling? So here's this card, Warrior Woman, from the Work Your Light. So I'm going to go ahead and read from that. I need to find it first. This is probably why I don't do this on video, because I have to find the the card and then read from it. Okay, so the reading for Warrior Woman starts with the question on the card, which is, have you answered your deepest calling? You are here for a reason. You are being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts, and the more resistance we have towards answering a call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it is not possible without fear. So, if you are feeling afraid, what is needed is courage, and courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, then, as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. And the Work Your Light inquiry that some of these have you answered your deepest calling? So that's the reading for the Work Your Light deck. So the next reading I'll be pulling from is going to be the Sacred Creators Oracle deck. Again, this is a really great deck to use for like creativity, general life stuff, but also like career and work things. And so, ooh, these just really want to come out, all of them. So I'm just going to pull a card from here, and let's see. Oh gosh, I think they all want to kind of come out. Okay, so this one. All right, so Prosperity's sisters are happiness and joy. I've never pulled this card. This is beautiful. Prosperity's sisters are happiness and joy. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to read the essential meaning and the self-care message, and then what's in the guidebook. So the essential meanings are finding joy in community, taking time to smell the flowers, the little things, finding help along the way, and putting people above profit. And the self-care message is a need to collaborate, to be careful that you're not trying to build your dream from a negative state, struggling to find prosperity, scarcity thinking, and not allowing others in. And the message here is sisters, brothers, siblinghood. Are you tapping into it? Have you found your place in a supportive community of like-minded explorers? Are you having face-to-face interactions with souls that make you a better person and with people who help you share your gifts? Find a community of cheerleaders who will lift you up and launch you out. Right now, doubling on your exposure to other people's positivity online and in person will quadruple your results. You may be underestimating the power of connection on the journey. Do it for the friendship. Do it for the experimentation. Take the logic out of the equation. And do it for the sheer joy of just being with high vibration peeps. Go deeper with others. Risk cracking wide open and allowing some of your hidden brilliance to escape into the room. True prosperity comes with happiness, joy, wealth, and fill in the blank. Go ahead. Add your own non-negotiables. It's time to stay rooted in communal happiness and joy while taking the steps to build your dream. Wow. And then it's got some questions here at the bottom of the reading, which is one of the reasons that I really like this deck, because you could really journal and go a little bit deeper. So the questions are you running after an abundance of wealth and financial success without paying as much attention to the other sisters? How can you let go of any success shame you're feeling? How can you remember that it's totally okay to be exactly where you are right now financially? Happiness and joy are keys to bringing your dream to life. Where can you add more of them in your day? How can you move your focus from what you don't have in order to focus on what you do have? Oh, it's a really good card. So the next deck that I'll be pulling from is the Kyle Gray Angel Guide. Again, really good for angel guidance or any kind of guidance that you might need. I found this to be one of the favorites with my clients when we're doing breath work or when we're doing Reiki. They really feel like drawn to these cards, and they're so beautiful. I really love Kyle Gray and the message he has. So let's see what the special guidance for you is today from your angels. Alrighty. Power and intention. Let's see. You can see that there. Power and intention. Wow. That's like the 4th time this card has come up with clients, and then here today. So that's interesting. The 4th time this week I've seen that card. So Source, if you're watching this and you're one of my clients that I saw earlier this week, I think that Source really wants to drill this message down for you. You guys know who you are. So power and intention. When you align with your intentions with the highest good and act with love and consideration, your power is intensified. When you draw this card, your angels are drawing close to remind you of this. You have the capacity to be a leader and a guide at this time, and you are being encouraged to align with love and the highest good so that you act from the heart. Often when this power arises within, we can find our ego gets louder, and this is because it wants us to be limited and question or even stifle our growth. Don't let it hold you back now. Call in your angels and invite them to help you listen closely to the voice of your soul so that you can move forward powerfully and effectively in a loving way. And then it has this extended message, which is one of the things I like about this book. So, angels are encouraging you to reconnect with your initial ideas and intentions for whatever you are thinking about at this time, or even your entire life. Often we have an initial intention, and then over time our ideas change. The universe is still responding to your initial intentions though, because when we have let them go, and when we let go, we let God. So if you are confused about how to move forward at this time, you need to recognize that you are a powerful being with influence and potential. Have a clear conversation with God and your angels about your intentions, and recognize what is unfolding for you at this time has the power to allow you to live your life from a pure space of pure potentiality. Ugh. So for the final reading, I am using Lucy Cavendish's Foxfire, the Kitsune. This is a really beautiful deck, and it's really got a high glare, so forgive me if the glare is too much for you to be able to see these cards with this little light I have. Well, let's see what the message is for you. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Alright, it's going to be this one. Ooh, tea ceremony. I haven't seen these cards in a while. I don't know. You can see with the glare. You probably can't. Tea ceremony. By the way, if you are on my newsletter, you're going to see all of these in there, but you're also going to get your weekly reading too. So I'm going to go ahead and read this for you. Tea ceremony. It is time for you now, seeker, to quietly contemplate the inner and the outer life. Just as the Kitsune is taking part in a moment to revere the tea and dress carefully for the occasion, to savor the flavor and the aroma, to note the texture of the cup, and to hear the water being poured into the cup, you too must now still the mind and bring yourself into an awareness of all that is about you right in this moment and all that lies within you. For all around you are signs of the world that will not endure. The things we feel are so important. Look upon one or two of them now and contemplate that they will not be here always. Thus, the worry and the stress we force ourselves to endure in the service of the temporary and the impermanent is unnecessary. Give yourself this time out, a sacred moment, a transformation of awareness, and see what is about you. Note it. Now turn your attention within, quietly, without criticism or praise, and observe who you are in this moment and what you have become. Breathe quietly, and you will find a moment's peace amidst the whirl of the world, and you will feel yourself stepping outside of the frenzy into a space where there is soul, where there is beauty, where there is timelessness. For this moment, take some time to simplify some of your own life practices. Give away several possessions which are no longer used, work with, or connected with. Make some space in your life for quiet, still contemplation. Reduce the drama that so many find compelling, and turn your heart and hands to the creation of harmony, a practice that can offer you so much peace. And of course, you may wish to slowly, with great consciousness, drink a healing tea, and while aware of its heat, its scents, its taste, and the colors and sounds all about you. Welcome back your own five senses, the gifts of spirit. Never see them again as less, for when they are appreciated and worked with, they are gateways to moments of sublime beauty and even enlightenment. So those are your special oracle guidance readings. I hope that they resonated for you. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And if it does resonate, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know how. I always love to hear how these readings resonate or land for other people and make sense for them in their lives. It's always interesting how the universe just brings us together and allows us to hear these special messages from the universe. And if you're part of my weekly newsletter, you'll still get your weekly reading along with a copy of all of these cards and the readings that came in the guidebook. And if you're not part of my newsletter, you can go ahead and sign up. The link is in the description box below. That's it for today. Till next time. See you guys. Bye.